Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 and our channel, Maximus and Lexter, of course. So I am back at the store here. When you last saw the last Farming Simulator, we were selling the mushrooms. We did get to sell them. The sale point was literally just around the corner, and we made about 6,593 pounds for that. And we also had a £100 environmental bonus as well. So yeah, pretty much let's just say 7,000. So I'm in the store. Although we need a jet wash, I was just looking at that. One of the jobs that needs doing is, I had it a moment ago and I moved it, and I'm going to start again in a minute. Weeding. So we're going to use that money to buy this weeder. So our mushrooms have bought us a weeder because one of the fields does need doing. Now Lexter is at the farm. He is actually seeding the corn, because if you notice, we have skipped forward now. Whoa. Didn't mean to do that, push wrong button. So yeah, we're in skip forward to April now. So we've gone forward, sold those mushrooms, got to where we can get that corn seeded. Then all three of the fields will be seeded. Of course, the weeding is all part of the looking after them. Despite, you know, people say oh weeds, but obviously it will get mixed in when you do your harvest. It affects the quality of the soil, because it's also another plant that shouldn't be there, as it's taking the goodness out of the soil, because it wants to grow as well. You know, some people ask what a weed can be. Well, weeds basically any plant, anything you don't want where you are. It might be something nice, but if you didn't plant it and you didn't want it where it is, technically it's a weed. So you could have a poppy growing, and it doesn't necessarily make it a weed, because poppies are really nice, but if you didn't seed it yourself. Anyway, if we can see, so this is the field we're doing. We can see here it's got weeds small, and we can see here it's got bits growing in between here. So and see, if you look up there, we can see them all in the tracks there. So that's where we're going to do. We can see Lexus set off there, and oh, we got something. The nitrogen's bad, so Lexter might need to take a look at that. So you can see he's planting the corn, but fully precision farming. pH is good, but the nitrogen is bad. So yeah, I think we know what's needed for nitrogen. Right, so that's get this in. As we can see here, we can actually see the more weeds in that field. Anyway, so hopefully we can be careful with the crop. Hopefully the tractor and the weeder won't do damage to the crops. So that's what we're looking at. So here we go. That's looking good. Taking those weeds away. Yeah, looks like we've got a few weeds along there. Maybe we needed to get a mower as well and cut this grass around the fields. I wonder if that actually helps with things like weeds, because if you've got long grass, yeah, you get seeds in the grass. Of course, you get a bit like the grass seeds, which then naturally do what they do, blow in the air. So it makes you wonder whether things like that is the game really going to think about things like that? Maybe, maybe not. Off we go. There's Lex on his run. think I need to go over a little bit. Yeah, so we're all good with the plants. They're not being harmed, they're not being taken away by the tractor or the weeder. So we can add having the weeder now to our equipment. I know it's only a starter one, but that's fine for these fields. Like everything, you have to build up. You build up in this game, and that's what it's about. I was actually going to do some contracts as Lex did that, and there were a couple of good contracts actually. In fairness, there's only like 2 baling ones. One was like 1,500, which may not sound much, but there was another for like 9,500. So I thought, well, I'll do the 9,500, buy the equipment for that, do the 1.5 as well, but use the 9,500 equipment so you get it done quicker and better. And of course, we skipped forward the month and they are gone. So yeah, so just be aware if you've got something decent on your contracts, not to wait. And the contracts for this month. Oh, am I over? I missed, I've got some over here. Oh, this is going long now. Sure, I've got this bit. Anyway. Yeah, so the contracts this month weren't exactly that good. And this did need doing. So, obviously, if we leave the weeds, they're only going to get worse as well. So you'll have a bigger problem, and you need a bigger, better weeder, etc. So it costs more to sort out as well. It looks like Lex's seeding is quite a way done, using the same seeder as the last one. Appears to be mostly in the middle. A few bits along the edge here. Right, so yeah, April time. Actually, get some contract time. Look after these. So the nitrogen is, I think it's muck spreading. So it's something we might need to look at doing for the field. So if you're going to do one, you might as well do the others as well, because it's only going to help the growth and the quality of the soil, of course. It's one of those lovely jobs. Funny enough, as I was walking up my road the other day, tractor parked a certain place, my wheel mown. No, not mowing at the drive at him. I said, oh, yeah, that's nice. But, you know, walking past, muck spreader on the back. I thought, lovely, good luck to him. So I know he's fine in his tractor and he's all part of it. And really, you got to accept it. You get the smells, you get the different things. But literally, it's just like, oh, that time of year. Right, there we go. Looks like Lex is almost done there. So I think we've had a good couple of rounds lately on the farm. Getting the fields done, fields looked after, mushrooms sold. Actually, I wonder if there's any more mushrooms. I wonder if we can see next time we go back down. Make some more money. Doesn't look like it, no. Cows there. I haven't really thought too much about animals at the moment. We just needed to get these fields up and running. Nice day. Nice views on the old graphics today. Sunsets and things like that are all great, or the mist. It is good to see a clear sky, see the clear scenery, the vehicles at their best. Although we need a jet wash. I mean, our vehicles are going to need a bit of a clean. They get round to it. The priority is these crops. I don't know if there's in this game, I haven't actually noticed and seen, not that I've really looked, where in previous games you go around, you can find certain things, and if you find them all you get like a bonus of like £1 million. Yeah, some say it's a bit of a cheat, or some say it's just a bit of a fun thing for the game. I haven't seen that in this game as yet. Even heard it noticed. I think yes, you can play these games as realistically as you can, but you know, they are games, they are supposed to be a bit of fun. And obviously the piece, some people will really take it serious, which is great, but it is a game. Enjoy the game. So having fun bits or added little bits here or there are not there to spoil the game. They're there as an option. They're there to try and do what's really difficult, entertain everybody. Some of these things are choices. I don't mean whether you do them or don't do them, I mean like add-ons. You know, there are one or two little things you can add on to help earn money. There's like a government sign which is from an early day but is carried on into all the other farming simulators, and that gives you an extra each month, like I don't want to use the word cheap, a bonus, an advantage, but if it helps you play the game, why not? If it encourages you to play the game, then why not? It stops you giving up so quickly because you feel you're not getting far, then why not? But if you don't want to, then just don't. But choices. Okay, so this is our last bit of reading. I wonder if we can harvest this grass in between the edges of the field. Oh, we got our first lot of mushrooms back. There we go, field weeded. Our first lot of mushrooms is back up there. That'll make legs happy. Right, let's take this back up. It looks like, I was looking at Lex then. Looks like he's hired a roller and he's rolling that other field there. So we've got to get this a home. We've got to find this a home. Where should we go? What if we can tuck it in between one of these? Because it's not that big. You can all have a laugh at my reversing. be honest, if you're playing the game, this is the easiest way to reverse rather than using the. So if we go round here. Put it down there. Go. See, he says I can't reverse in this game. Right, so there we are. It's back there. That fits in there nicely. Good job. So we're not ignoring Lexter today. He's working the field. He's seeded and rolling. So there's your before and after of the rolling. So the one thing, there's somebody at the door, so we've got to look at is that nitrogen. That's no problem. So this is the same one as what we used before. Rented, of course. So what I meant about a contract earlier is we've only got these deadwood hoeing. It's weird because that's not how I see hoeing. I see hoeing, I don't know if it's the American way or different, but anyway, I see hoeing is like a hand tool. Rock removal, which is fine, and then you got wood transport, which is okay if you're good at loading, but if you don't do the farming so much, that and it's 4/8. But yeah, so that's the contracts available, and that's how it is anyway. And so we haven't got anything active, so that's how that situation is. But other than that, I believe we're looking pretty good. That's quite a good spread. But we haven't actually got enough money for that. 47,000. Nice baler there. Again, 100,000. We definitely ain't got that. So we're going to have to find money from somewhere. But we have earned some, let's be honest, but we've spent some for the farming equipment and of course the seed to grow. So that's all expected. The corn will be ready, we can see there October, November, and we got sunflowers, again they're October, November. And I believe I'm just checking our other field harvest time for this field here. Oh, that's the sunflowers. There we go, this one here. So the popular is harvest. Well, he's kind of got a harvest at any time, really, hasn't it? I suppose just when it's ready. It does say it's growing, so it's actually, you know, it's a pretty good crop because you can harvest it any time of year. So you can just keep that field going, really. Obviously, really, you should rotate crops in fields and not have the same thing for too long. Have it for a few years in each field. but looking good. Happy. The farm is doing okay. I don't think we've got any sort of lawn mowing to try and do these edges. Well, Lex is just finishing off, so I think we will leave it there. Thank you very much, everybody. Please join us for more Farm Simulator or any other videos. Let us know what you'd like us to do. Obviously we have done different things in the past, and if you like to do them, let us know. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care now. Bye.